You are not bound by the conditions of your life. You are always free to change your mind, and by changing your mind, your life will change. Joe Dispenza. Imagine for a moment that reality as you know it isn't as rigid as it seems. That the impossible, what defies expectations, is more a matter of perception than genuine limitation. This is precisely what the power of the human mind teaches us. The impossible dissolves when you understand that your beliefs shape your life experience. Science is beginning to show us that everything we experience, everything we call reality, is profoundly connected to consciousness. Quantum physics suggests that the observer, you, directly influences the behavior of subatomic particles, the smallest units of matter, simply through observation. This insight reveals a field of infinite possibilities. If the mind can influence matter, then what you perceive as possible or impossible has everything to do with how things unfold in your life. You may be wondering, how do you turn this ability to manifest the impossible into a habit? It all starts with familiarizing yourself with a new mental state. When you commit to becoming more aware of your thoughts, feelings, and behaviors, you begin to step out of autopilot mode. Most of the time, we're creatures of habit, reliving the same emotional and mental routines from yesterday. But what if you wanted to create a new reality? You'd need to train your mind and body to feel a future that hasn't happened yet as if it were already here. This practice requires more than positive thinking. It demands a genuine realignment between your internal state and what you wish to manifest externally. When you experience the future within, your brain starts signaling to the body that this event has already occurred. And the body, which cannot tell the difference between a real experience and one vividly imagined, responds as though it is your present reality. This is how you bring the impossible into the realm of the possible. Becoming a conscious creator of your reality involves more than just wishing for change. It requires the deep practice of living that change. Think about it. Every thought you have generates a feeling. Every feeling you embrace creates an electromagnetic field around you, communicating your intention to the universe. Science now understands that the heart emits an energy field far stronger than that of the brain. This means that the emotions you harbor have a greater impact on your life than your rational thoughts. For instance, when you connect with the emotion of gratitude for something that hasn't yet happened, your body already begins to resonate with that reality. This is the key to forming a habit of profound transformation, becoming familiar with a new state of being. If you wake up every day and practice the feeling of what you wish to achieve, as if you were already living that life, you start to reprogram your mind and body. The greatest hurdle for many is doubt, that inner voice that says, "This isn't possible." But remember, that's just an old program based on past experiences. Your subconscious mind doesn't want to change because it feels safe in the familiar. Creating the impossible means persisting despite the doubt, until your new reality becomes more real and powerful than any previous limitation. Persistence, awareness, and daily practice are the keys to manifesting what seems impossible. The science of neuroplasticity proves that your brain constantly reshapes itself according to your thoughts and experiences. Every time you think in a new way, you activate new neural pathways. With consistent practice, these new pathways become stronger, while the old ones, associated with limiting beliefs and habits, begin to weaken. It's like creating trails in a dense forest. The more you walk a new path, the clearer and more defined it becomes. Here's the transformative aspect. When you hold a clear intention and elevate your emotion, you are literally changing your body on a cellular level. Epigenetics shows that your emotions can turn genes on or off, which means you have the power to alter your biology with your mind. This is the power of being a conscious creator. You are not condemned by your genetics or circumstances. You are the artist. And your intentions and emotions are the paint with which you create a new reality. This process of transformation isn't linear, and challenges will arise. Discomfort is inevitable when leaving behind old patterns and stepping into something new. But it is in discomfort that the magic happens, because that's where true change occurs. And when you make this a habit, a daily commitment to your vision of a greater future, the impossible becomes not only probable, but inevitable. It's the habit of aligning with a future that doesn't yet exist that brings the future to you. The key is consistency, even if you don't see immediate results. We live in a society that values instant gratification, but creating something extraordinary, something that defies the odds, requires dedication and patience. Think of it like planting a seed. You don't dig up the soil every day to check if the seed is growing. You trust the process, watering it regularly, even without visible evidence. The same goes for your dreams and intentions. When you hold your vision, regardless of appearances, you energize the impossible into becoming possible. What once seemed out of reach starts to become part of your reality, almost like a coincidence. But make no mistake, you are witnessing the orchestration of the universe, responding to your coherent and focused energy. The more you make this a habit, the more you live in a state of positive expectation. And it's this expectation, this unwavering faith that truly moves mountains. When we talk about making it a habit, we're really discussing the process of recalibrating your mind and body for a new destiny. You see, everything you do repeatedly, everything you feel intensely and believe deeply becomes your state of being. This is how the brain works. It becomes efficient at what you practice, whether that's beneficial or limiting. Most people don't realize that the majority of their thoughts are just reflections of past experiences and familiar emotions, repeated to the point of being memories stored in the body. True change requires going beyond the known. When you consciously start choosing thoughts and emotions aligned with the future you desire, rather than a past you want to leave behind, you give your brain a new set of instructions. You begin teaching the body to respond differently, as if you were already living that transformed reality. And this isn't a theoretical process, it's a living practice, something you embody, something that becomes part of who you are. Consider the importance of energy. Every clear intention creates an electromagnetic field. When you genuinely believe in something, when your energy aligns with that belief, you begin to affect the world around you in ways we're only starting to comprehend. Science tells us that energy is information, so when you hold a high intention with strong emotion, you're sending a message into the quantum field. This field, which connects everything and everyone, starts to respond. But the key is coherence. It's not enough to have inspired thoughts for a moment. You need to persist, to stay focused, to hold on to that feeling. And this leads us to one of the most powerful concepts, the habit of creative visualization. Many dismiss it as mere daydreaming, but the truth is, when you visualize something clearly and feel the emotions associated with it, you're training your brain and body for that new reality. The brain doesn't know the difference between a vividly imagined experience and a real one. When you imagine something intensely with detail, you create a neural map that reinforces that possibility. This is why daily practice, even if for just a few minutes, of feeling what you want to manifest is crucial. Remember, the body is like a living memory. If you've experienced an emotion long enough, the body becomes accustomed to that state. It starts to believe it's normal, even if the emotion is fear, sadness, or limitation. To create something extraordinary, you need to teach the body to feel something different. You need to train it to feel love, joy, gratitude, and freedom, even without an external reason. This is what it means to live in the future. When your body feels the emotion of what you want before it happens, you're literally paving the way for the impossible. Another essential aspect is mastering the state of presence. If you think about it, most of us are stuck in two places. Either we're reliving the past with all its pain and limitations, or we're anxious about the future. But true creation can only happen in the present. It's in the now that you have the power to change your energy, your focus, your vibration. When you become present, you can access the infinite field of possibilities. That's why practices like meditation and mindfulness are so powerful. They're not just tools for relaxation. They're tools to recalibrate your mind, to connect you with the field of energy where all possibilities already exist. Here's a truth that might sound radical. Your energy creates your reality. If you're emitting fear or doubt, the universe responds with more experiences reflecting that energy. But if you're emitting love, gratitude, abundance, and positive expectation, you start to attract events and circumstances that reflect that state. It almost seems magical, but it's not. It's physics. Everything in the universe is in motion, vibrating at different frequencies, and you attract into your life what you're vibrating in harmony with. So how do you make this a habit? Start with small steps. Commit to becoming more aware of your thoughts throughout the day. Ask yourself, is this thought creating the reality I desire? Is this emotion leading me toward my goal or keeping me stuck in the past? As you begin to observe your thoughts and emotions, you realize just how unconsciously you've been living. And it's this newfound awareness that opens the door to transformation. Don't expect transformation to be dramatic from the start. Small, consistent changes can have an extraordinary impact over time. If you take a few moments every day to feel the emotion of your biggest dreams, to visualize your ideal future, you'll be planting seeds in the quantum field. And when you persist, when you remain aligned even when external evidence is lacking, you're demonstrating to the universe that you believe. And it's that belief, that unwavering faith, that collapses waves of possibility into particles of experience, manifesting what once seemed impossible. The journey of creating the impossible is a journey of self-responsibility and self-mastery. You must be willing to challenge your limitations, to get back up every time you fall, and to remember that every moment is a new opportunity to start over. Because in the end, the impossible only exists until someone has the courage to overcome it. When you make this a habit, when you live with the awareness that you are the creator of your reality, you begin to live in a state of inspiration. You start to realize that it is possible to live more expansively, more aligned with who you truly are. And one day when you look back, you'll see that everything that once seemed impossible has become a natural part of your life, because you chose to be greater than any limitation. It is the power of the human mind, the power of the human heart that can change the world. It all begins with you. Make it your habit and watch the magic unfold. Because when you master your energy, even the impossible will manifest.